Morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. Today is Monday, January 18th, 2021. It's a day one. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. Later on today, I do want to recognize that today is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and I want to talk a little bit about that and what it means to you and all of us right here at Fort Zeller. It has a lot to do with our January character trait of tolerance. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's focus on the present moment where we are right here and right now. I want to invite you to go ahead and notice yourself, notice that you exist, notice how Earth's gravity is pulling you down, and notice where your weight meets your chair and how that chair is holding you up. And then using your eyes, look around and notice one thing that you haven't noticed really before, but you want to notice now. And then using your ears, pause, listen, observe, and notice what sounds there are that you too often don't notice. And then with your sense of smell, using your nose, what do you notice around you? And finally, with your sense of touch, what do you feel with your skin? All right, I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. But let's go ahead and take that first breath in through our nose, filling our belly full of air, and then slowly letting it out through your mouth, allowing your shoulders permission to relax. As you breathe in again, notice that cool air coming in, expanding your belly like a balloon. And then as you breathe out, settle and arrive into your chair. Go ahead and breathe in again, paying close attention to that moment when you stop breathing in and pause before you breathe out. Very good. Go ahead and breathe in once again. And out. You might be using this smelling of the flower and the blowing out of the candle. You might be using another method. Breathe in. Some of you guys have come up with your own practices. Breathe out. If you want to share them with me, put it down in writing and leave it in a note in my mailbox. But for now, let's pay attention to the here. Breathe in. And the now. Breathe out. Now, once we're in the rhythm here, also notice how your body feels. Breathe in. Whether you feel great, breathe out, or sore or tired, breathe out. Don't get too caught up in why you feel that way. Just simply notice that you do. Breathe in again. But also pay attention to your emotions and your feelings. Breathe out. What are you bringing to school today? Happiness? Hopefully. Sadness? That's okay. Breathe in. Anger, frustration, loneliness, excitement? Breathe out. Nervousness? All of those feelings are real, so just notice them. Breathe in. Don't get too caught up in why you feel that way. Just notice that those feelings exist. Breathe out. In a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then slowly open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minute. It's a great way to get yourself to arrive at this present moment, to let go of all of the excitement, or maybe not, maybe the pains of the weekend. Same thing with getting too caught up in the future and just pulling yourself back and noticing what we have right here, right now. Now, don't forget, here at the school, we have 3 expectations. Number 1, be respectful. Number 2, show that you're responsible. And number 3, show that you're ready. This applies to yourself. This also applies to how you deal with people. It applies to all the things that you can control. And I also want to remind us that in January, our character trait that we want to celebrate is tolerance. Noticing that we're all different, that our histories can be different. Our stories are different. I've talked about being a hero in everyone's story each and every day. Well, when you add up all of our different days, our stories are wildly different than even our best friends. Well, our stories are so different, and sometimes there are moments where we are treated better than others. And I think it's really important for all of us to see that we are all humans, and we are created to be equally valuable, right? And when we talk about tolerance, it's about celebrating that our stories can be so different, but not just stopping there, but also going above and beyond and lifting each other up, celebrating each other. So today is Dr. Martin Luther King Day. And Dr. Martin Luther King is well known for many things. But one thing that I want to really spotlight is that he really was that kind of guy that really wanted everybody to like everyone else for who they were, right? Last week, so many of you guys took up on my challenge and found me and told me that you liked me just the way I was. And guess what? I like you just the way you are too. And Dr. Martin Luther King realized in the world he was growing up many years ago that just because people were born to look different, just because some of us or some people looked at him and just assumed or thought that he was not as important or that he was more dangerous. Well, guess what? He didn't want that. He wanted people to just see him as who he was and to believe in the best in everyone else. So every time you go out there and you tell your friend or your teacher that you like them just the way they are, you're doing something that Dr. Martin Luther King was fighting for, which is this idea that nobody should be treated worse just because of how they look, where they were born, how much money they have, who they worship. When it's all said and done, we are human beings and we should celebrate each other for who we are. So I'm going to leave you with this. In honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, think about moments in your world where people are not treated right. They're not treated well. They should be treated better. And using your respect and responsibility and and readiness, what can you do to make your world better? I challenge you, and I also challenge you to keep telling people that you like them just the way they are. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.